3 simple key elements that you need to be doing on a regular basis. You need to get good at it. And when you do, you're going to experience a huge, significant momentum in your career. I'm Cameron Barsanti, CEO, founder of StorageLife. StorageLife is a community across the country. We find, fund, and operate self-storage together. We also teach you how to do it, or we help you scale. Check out our website, storagelife.com. We got a pretty epic community. There are not that many things that we have to do that are really important for your career. We just have to do them. We have to do them well, and we have to be consistent. So we're going to dive into that today. I'm going to help you simplify what we're doing that's actually making a big difference. Because really, ultimately, all that really matters is that you're doing things consistently that actually you're seeing results from, right? Nothing else really matters. If you're not seeing results, then there's something you're doing or not doing that we need to make that fix. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is the idea of community, your network, right? You hear it all the time. It's the same thing we hear over and over about this idea of like your network is your net worth, right? The kind of cliche saying, but it's really important and it's very true. That's why people say it all the time. I've been building my network, real estate network, for 6 years. There's people I met 6 years ago that are still in my network, right? Especially when it comes to like capital and people with experience. One of the key, smartest things my wife and I did when we first started, we didn't have the money, but we invested in coaches and mentors, and we've never stopped. My wife and I have collectively, between all our coaches and mentors, have spent close to $180,000 on mentorship. Why? We very quickly understood if we can surround ourselves by people that have already done this, that have the blueprint, we can then expedite our career. And that's what we've done. So that's why we're big fans of it, why it's done so well. But community is not just about a program or programs. First of all, if you're going to do a program or community, make sure you're vetting who you're joining and what they can really offer and what they've done themselves. Really vet who you're going to invest time and money with. But more importantly, let's talk about this idea of like community is everything. You're going to need partners, accountability partners. You're going to need lenders eventually, existing operators that have already done this before, deal flow, roadmaps, events, social media. So let's talk a little bit about all of this. So my first question to you is this a long or short-term goal of yours, right? Is succeeding in self-storage long or short-term? I'm hoping your answer is long-term, because if it's not, I think you're going to run into difficulty, because with this, I'm very impatient. So like I can have impatient short-term goals, but the bottom line is I committed to this. And as we continue to go along, realize this is a long-term way to build freedom, help our kids, our family, right? All that good stuff. It's long-term. It's a long-term commitment. You may pivot and go to a different asset class, but it's long-term. And if it's long-term, you got to start doing long-term things. So every event you go to, every person you talk to, everybody you talk to on Facebook, everybody you comment on, don't be rude. In fact, be respectful and be supportive, and also make sure that these conversations you're listening, you're learning, you're getting what you need from it, and leverage the heck out of all these people you're talking to and meeting. Leverage other operators, leverage communities, leverage mentors like myself and our community, leverage our deal flow, our experience. I've done a good job at leveraging other people my entire career, and it's paid dividends, because that is really where I found a lot of opportunity, knowledge, inspiration, courage. And so whatever you're doing, whatever books and podcasts, but the events, the people that you're talking to, you have to have a support. Imagine trying to be a competitive triathlete and having no support. So really leverage other people in the community as much as you possibly can, and keep doing it. I have people I'm building relationships with that I met 5 years ago that were like so untouchable to me that I was like, oh my God, I could never. And now they're friends of mine. And it just was consistent. So we can't underestimate the importance of open yourself up, have conversations, ask questions, leverage communities. Not one, leverage 4 of them. One of the most successful operators I know, last time I chatted with him, he was in 8 different coaching programs, and he was already making multi-million dollars a year. Why? Because he knows the power of leveraging community relationships in a different way. Let's talk about the idea of partnerships, accountability partners. One of the best first things I did after I bought my first facility, we had a deal flow problem, and I went and found an accountability partner. I went to 2 of my buddies. I called them and I said, hey, look, I keep waiting for a better time to start calling owners. It's not happening. Will you be my accountability partners? Can we each promise each other that we're going to call 3 leads per day, or a total of 15 per week? And and we're going to do that consistently for 3 months. We're going to promise ourselves. My idea was 60 calls each, 180 calls a month between the 3 of us was a lot better than me waiting till a better and more convenient month. Within, I think, a 2-week period, I found my second deal. It just took me having other people holding me accountable and making promises. It will last you forever if you just make these choices and surround yourself by the people that can encourage you and get you to your goal. That's long term, right? Okay, number 2, deal flow. If you have no deal flow, as you know, we have no opportunity. Don't sweat the crime index for now. I like to invest in over 15,000 population, but it's up to you. Don't worry if it only has 50,000 and up, or if it's growing like crazy. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about where you're going to find money. Don't worry about if it's a 75,000 to 100,000 square foot facility. Just worry about opportunity. If you let opportunity lead you, then when you start creating deal flow and opportunity, then you're going to have the momentum that's going to be able to help you find everything else. The only thing that actually matters is that you get good at finding opportunity. If you can do this, you'll have the keys to the castle. If you can do this, you'll have other investors in the palm of your hand. I'm not exaggerating. So deal flow is a must. How do we create deal flow? It's marketing, it's sales. That's it. How are you marketing? Calling, letters, emails, texts, postcards, driving for dollars. How are you marketing? If you are not marketing consistently, then your deal flow is suffering. You might have a job, you might have 2 jobs. If you're not leveraging VAs, if you're not leveraging other people in a community, if you're not leveraging other people's time, then your deal funnel is probably hurting. You have to figure out, how do you build a system that's creating consistent deal flow? If you can do that, opportunity is going to start coming because you're consistent at it. And that opportunity is going to do everything for you. It's going to change your career. That opportunity that starts consistently flowing, your deal flow, is going to force you to talk to owners, talk to sellers, underwrite, analyze, pull other people in. The opportunity is what will lift you, be the wind behind your sail. I promise you, if you can create good, strong deal flow, a deal funnel, you'll be able to go, you'll be able to move, you'll have momentum, and that momentum is absolutely crucial. Which brings us to our last thing, KPIs, key performance indicators. What am I doing and how is it working? Every successful company or business, I would imagine, has key performance indicators. For example, I'm a coffee shop. It's like a profit and loss statement. X amount on this, X amount on this, and what it's doing is generating this. Hey, if we spend 10,000 in marketing a month, it's making us 30,000. Great, it's working. You have to do that as a storage operator. You don't have to, but I promise if you can start doing it, and I'm going to warn you, it's not easy. It's hard. It's a much easier said than done, and you'll be able to struggle through it, but eventually you'll find your groove. What I need to know, I send letters. My letters are doing really well right now. I have this new thing I stumbled upon that's working really well. Now, if I say I'm going to spend $1,000 for somebody to make me letters, I'm going to spend $1,000 in postage, and for the year I'm spending $24,000. What results did it get me? I have to be tracking this, or I have no idea for next year, a rough idea of like, if I'm going to spend $24,000, I can expect to get at least 1 facility. It's key performance indicators. So if I'm making 30 calls, or if my VAs are making 50 calls a month, this is what the result is. When you're consistent and you do that for 5 months, 6 months, you'll start seeing patterns. Those patterns are going to reveal what you actually need to do. That's it. It's that simple. Some of the most important KPIs you can start tracking is how many offers are you making a week? If not, how many offers are you making bi-weekly, monthly, right? If you can be consistent for 6 months, you'll say, oh my gosh, I made hopefully 10 offers this month. And after a while, out of the 10 offers, usually 2 to 3 sellers would be interested. The others were unrealistic, and out of those 2 to 3 interested, usually 0 to 1 seller, we started actually negotiating. Your KPIs are going to show you what you need to do in order to achieve the goal you're looking for. It's that simple and that difficult. They're not easy. You're going to stumble through them. Those are the 3 things I promise if you start doing on a regular basis, you get good at, you understand this is a long-term game, not a short-term game, you're going to start seeing results. Slowly but surely, I promise you. I hope that helps. Good to see you guys. I'll see you next week. Thanks so much. Good luck. Peace.